stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, after a 16-year run where they made the playoffs 15 times and won the NBA title in 2011, the Dallas Mavericks have missed the postseason the last 3 years. But by bringing in 2019 Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and trading for All-Star Kristaps Porzingis, there's a lot of confidence in Dallas that they will soon be back in the hunt. Kevin?
Seems like they are. Thanks, DA. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Mavericks, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Harrell, and it's George in at the 2. And for Dallas, Ligue is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with the Cobra, and it's the prodigy in at the small forward position. Well, adjusting to the NBA game for this latest class of rookies, Doris. Always growing pains, a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that being put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got the opening basket of the game for the Mavs.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
Knocks it loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverley. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, the Cobra.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Here's the Cobra. Doncic outside, to the middle, to the wing right side. 5 to shoot. And the pass to the Cobra. The 19-foot shot, and he overshot that one, missing. Left side, George. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, I like to see Paul George be assertive down low. This guy doesn't lack for confidence, and he is an accomplished scorer regardless of where he is on the floor.
Here's the Cobra. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Passes it to Porzingis. Pass to the Cobra. Doncic trying to get open.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. Pass to Harrell. Back to Beverley. Leonard on the wing. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
A pull-up. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, see, Marcus Morris has the physicality and the frame to be able to be a force on the offensive glass. That's nicely done.
The pass to the Cobra. Back to Doncic. The three-pointer off the mark.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's the Cobra, defended by Beverley. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Here's the Cobra, defended by Beverly. On the wing, Doncic. Bangs home the trifecta. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
Hard to find any weakness in Doncic's offensive game. Boy, when this three-point shot is dropping, look out.
Passes it to Beverly. Takes it from 10. It's rebounded by Dallas. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
You know, right out of the gates, one team gets a lead with the head-to-head advantage, or bragging rights, if you will, over the other. And tonight, it starts.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And you know this, Greg. He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here's Doncic. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Doncic outside. Pass to the Cobra. Dallas moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Porzingis. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now, Doncic. Paul George missing from long range. Nice shot by Porzingis.
You know, Kev, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Now, here's Harrell. He had 16 points in the win against New Orleans. Outside Leonard. It's deflected. Here's the prodigy. He's covered by Leonard. Here's the Cobra. Doncic trying to get open. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Clippers trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's the teardrop, and he sinks the layup.
Timeout.
Doncic has got 7 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Mavericks making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Five seconds left in the first quarter. Lets it fly. Brunson, good. 5 points in the game.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Mavericks ahead, running away with this one. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of the NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Andrew Shamet is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The three-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Shamet goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Shamet's got his first bucket of the night.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
The Cobra passes to Hardaway. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
It's proving very difficult to guard Tim Hardaway Jr. without fouling the guy, especially when he's this aggressive. Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first. And we've seen Hardaway be a much more efficient player than in the past.
What we know, Kevin, unequivocally, is that this young man can score the basketball. But what you hope is the best players in the NBA are all about efficiency. That's what you want Hardaway Jr. thinking about. How can I be the most efficient guy on the floor?
Hardaway hits them both.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
Pass to Patterson. Dishes to Jackson. Here's the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Patterson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Dallas leading by 15. The pass to the Cobra. The tray. The rebound by Patterson.
He hit 1-3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Jackson passes to Beverley. Kicks it to Patterson. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
The Prodigy is checked in for Dallas. Here's Shamet. His last outing, he had 8 points. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Mavericks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Back to Hardaway. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Brunson scanning the floor. Just 4 to shoot. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Brunson's got 7. Clippers trail by 17. Outside Jackson. The teardrop falls in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Back to Brunson. Pass to the Prodigy. From past the arc. That shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Patterson dishes to Jackson. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's the Prodigy. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Now, here's Shamet. He's tightly guarded. Hardaway with the steal. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 17. Here's Beverly. And the layup's good off the glass.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Kawhi Leonard is a career 85% free throw shooter. You do not want to put him at the line. Boy, you think back to the quadriceps injury that derailed almost all of the 2018 season for Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you, he is back to peak form and reminding us that he is elite on both the offensive and defensive ends.
First free throw is good. And you talk about the best two-way player in the NBA. I think a lot of people, Doris, would put Kawhi Leonard at the top of that list.
Let's remember, Kawhi's a former Defensive Player of the Year, averaging over 25 points a game for a season. He doesn't necessarily wow you with his eye-popping athleticism, but the reality is this: Kawhi Leonard is a multi-time champion.
That one is no good. And he's known as the Claw. Kawhi Leonard, Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
Now, here's Beverly. Brunson covering. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Here's Shamet. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. The Prodigy passes to Brunson. Here's the Cobra. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And here's Beverly. He had 10 points in the win against New Orleans.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the foul called on the Cobra. That is his first foul of the game. That's his first personal foul. Morris outside. Back to Harrell. He dishes it to Leonard. And the lead is down inside single digits. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
The Cobra passes to Porzingis. And yes, it's good. Porzingis has got 8 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. They went on what can only be described as an unbelievable run, pushing the lead out to 20 points. They were able to string together a nice set of offensive plays to finish the quarter, making their last 4 shots. They faced a serious offensive push during the second quarter, but were able to maintain a 10-point lead as the first half came to a close. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, it was beautiful tonight.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any game.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Ligue is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. The Cobra out there with Doncic, and it's the Prodigy in at the 3. Some nice passing here by Dallas. A three-pointer is right on target. 16 points for the Cobra.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Harrell kicks to Leonard. George against Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Leonard. It's tipped. Takes the 3. Here's the Cobra. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, you consider the Dallas Mavericks last season missing the playoffs for the 3rd straight year. That ties their 2nd longest playoff drought in franchise history. You've got to believe this is a group that's highly motivated.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Mavericks, a proud franchise. Doris looking to get back into the playoffs this season.
No doubt, Kevin. They have reloaded with young star talent. Kristaps Porzingis, already an all-star. Luka Doncic, the Rookie of the Year. I think this is a group ready to make some noise.
He hits both from the stripe. Boys, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, two guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back-to-the-basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They are thrilling. I would agree. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Jacks up a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
The Cobra passes to Doncic. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. George against Doncic. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love the tenacity. Paul George cannot be contained when he gets near the 10.
Here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
That free throw good from Porzingis.
I mean, the potential of Kristaps Porzingis, to me, could be terrifying as an opponent. This guy is an incredible big man with the ability to dominate both ends. I cannot wait to see what's next.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
Here's Leonard off the left rim and out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Doncic outside. Shoots. Again, the Mavericks score.
Listen, we all know Luka Doncic can score, but equally impressive to me is his playmaking ability.
Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubats is checked in.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Beverly. Averaging 9 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Kevin, this is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
Doris, you can't say enough about the defense of Paul George. I mean, he is absolutely terrific on that end of the floor.
That is in addition to being an all-NBA level offensive performer. So you think about what Paul George brings on the defensive end. The on-ball defense is incredible. He knows when to help off on drives. This guy is easily one of the best defenders at his position, if not the best.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Throw good, Paul George.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another three for Dallas.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
It's George on the wing. Nice D from Doncic. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Knocked away. Here's Beverly. Lays it up off the glass. Beverly's got 7.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Now the pass to the Cobra for the 3. It's hauled in by Paul George. Clippers trail by 14. Pull-up jumper. Again, Los Angeles.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Kleba kicks to Doncic. Here's the Cobra. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight, and the foul called on the Cobra. Mavericks leading by 10. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Patrick Beverly out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Harrell in at the 5 down low. Los Angeles has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Over in the corner, Doncic. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 15. Here's George. Here's Harrell. Count the bucket. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Jackson. The Mavericks pull it in. Doncic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Got that bucket in no time at all. 7 points for the Prodigy. Clippers trail by 15. Jackson with the bounce pass. George against Doncic. Harrell with it. 6 to shoot. Right side Jackson. Knocks down the step back Jay.
I really like how Marcus Morris plays within the offense. This guy is so solid at recognizing when he should give it up.
They'll double him with Harrell. Here's the prodigy. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Poked away. On the wing, Doncic. Puts it up from 12. Three-pointer. Another three for Dallas.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Clippers trail by 16. George passes to Harrell. One-on-one here. Here's the Cobra. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again. I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
Passes it to the prodigy. Curry on the wing.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop he could have seen. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverly, the pass to Morris. It's rebounded by Dallas. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Had the space there, but it's offline. Beverly with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Jackson, that's good.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Here's the Cobra. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Porzingis, he's checked in for Seth Curry. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. And so he makes both from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Clock at 6. Leonard on the wing. Fires the three. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. getting it done. Here's the Cobra. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. The Cobra's got 41. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And the Clippers call time here.
There is so much to love about Kristaps Porzingis. Over 7 feet, sweet shooting jumper, but aggression. This guy will back down from no one.
Different look for Dallas. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. DeLon Wright comes in for the prodigy. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Wright. Count that one. 23 points for Kawhi Leonard. And Doris, Porzingis not only quick to adapt to the NBA game, but also the culture.
I think it helps, Kevin, that he got tutored in the English language starting in grade school. And think about it, Kevin. This man wore his hair in cornrows back then. Emulating the NBA players he saw. So both linguistically, culturally, and basketball-wise, it wasn't too big an adjustment for him.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mann, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively. And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
And here are the Clippers now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Leonard, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in
An aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Los Angeles has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Pass to Leonard. Over Wright. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 25 points in the game.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Cauley-Stein passes to the Cobra. Makes it off the glass. The Cobra's got 48.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Man, Burke covering. Pass to Shamet. It's good. Now here's Burke. He kicks to Cauley-Stein. There's the pass to the Cobra. Out to the right wing. Now the feed to Burke. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Leonard, no luck. And it's Burke with the ball for Dallas. Here's the Cobra. They get it back. Left side, Porzingis kicks to Burke. Passes to the Cobra. From deep. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Man, Burke covering. Man passes to Green. Over Wright. Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was under... Here's the Cobra. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Dallas.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Cobra.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
That free throw, no good.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The shot. And it's Shamet missing. Here's the Cobra. Again, what an avalanche. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now George. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on the break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat him down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.